Hey guys, this is Nefarious411 and welcome to episode 16 of The New Frontier. In the previous episode, we were able to get some refined storage up and running, and I was able to import a majority of my items into my storage disks. And if I were to go downstairs, we can check this out. I created some extra storage disks. I have 3 4K, went ahead and created a 16K as well because of how much stuff I was actually collecting. Went ahead and went mining, and I was able to pick up a few extra ores, and I don't know, I picked up a lot of things. I went like 2 or 3 times out mining just to get everything that I need. Looks like it's about nighttime, so let's go ahead and take a quick nap. And yes, I earned the achievement of learning to fart. I do not know which mod this is, but if you hit P, farting's enabled, and if you hold shift just to sneak, it looks like you pass some gas. That's funny. That's interesting texture on my leg. I'm not sure why I can see blue on my leg. Why do I see blue? Redecorated one time. I'm wondering if I'm actually changing the color of my armor with different gems. That's pretty funny though. And as you can see in my hand, I went ahead and added my bauble. And this is because I was able to add recharge to my flight gem. So if I take a look at the chaos stuff, we can see, where's that? There is, that's regeneration, recharge right there. Pretty simple to create. It's just one of these chaos cores surrounded by this stuff, and just adding it here. I still have some slots available. I'm 13 of 20, so I still can add additional things to this, so that might be handy in the future, but it does allow me to essentially, let me get out of F5 mode, fly. And right now you can see that it's using a charge, but whenever I land, well, obviously those pylons are going to fill me up, but also just by sitting anywhere in the world, it'll eventually refill my flight chaos gem. But today, I think we're going to look into some of the auto crafting. Yes, the refined storage is good for storing stuff, as we can see, but there's other things that we can do with it, such as automation, and that's what we're going to take a look at. So the first thing that I want to do is create a pattern grid. And this is basically a grid as we had created before, but this will allow us to create patterns. So let's go ahead and create one of these patterns, because that's part of the recipe. Might as well create a couple. And let's go ahead and create some of this other stuff. Printed silicon. Printed silicon. Do I not have any of that? Silicon. I got 93. Let's go ahead and grab a stack, and let's go ahead and throw it down here, and hopefully we can get this automated. So there's a couple of things that we can automate. We can not only automate the crafting of things, just normal crafting table recipes, but we should be able to also use it for machine crafting, which is kind of cool. So let's go ahead and grab a few diamonds. That's probably good for now. I appreciate it. There we go. Got one of these. Need a little bit of redstone. Let's go ahead and take that out, and let's do a grid. I cannot recall. That's just a fluid grid. Looks like I need a machine casing. Grid. Here we go. A couple of those. Do I have any of that? I do not. So I need one of these destruction cores. I got that. And I need 2 of these, which is the printed silicon and the printed improved processor. So let's go ahead and throw that stuff in here. Get that cooking up. Only needed a couple of those. So let's take a look at the grid again. Let's go ahead and create that machine casing. Hopefully we don't have to do this too much longer, because we should be able to at least auto-craft a lot of this. There we go. And what do we need now? Need that guy, which is a little bit of glowstone and one of those basic processors. So I need those printed guys. Created a few of these up front, but I guess I didn't do a lot of them. Oops, I think I needed that in there. There we go. Let's go ahead and grab that out of there. Put it next to some glowstone, and that creates a construction core. And we got those. That may be it. Am I correct for the grid? Yep, there's the grid. And if you remember, this is just a normal grid that allows you to see in the inventory. But we upgraded that before to a crafting grid using a crafting table. But this one, we actually want a pattern grid, which is going to require a pattern, an advanced processor, and one of these patterns. So let's go ahead and craft up one of those guys just to get that in here. There we go. You, and you. And this will create a pattern grid. Yay! And I'm probably going to rearrange this at some point, but I think for the time being, because of the fact that I'm going up and down a lot, I'm just going to place that guy right here. I'm going to have to remember which one's which. This one's the pattern grid. So what I can do with this is basically create patterns. And as you can see, I'm able to shift click in there, then I encode it, and then I have that pattern. But obviously, we can't do this on its own. We need a crafting something. Crafter? Crafter, these are RF tools. Crafter, refined storage. That's the one that we need. So it looks like we need another one of those guys. And a couple of those advanced processors. So let's go ahead and craft up those, and hopefully we can get through some of these without having to come down here much longer. So let's go ahead and craft up a couple of those. And I need one of these, which is another basic processor. Do I have any more basic? Yes, I do. And that is right here. Let's go ahead and... there it is. You and you. Wait, what am I missing? Machine casing. Yep. Cool. Yay. A crafter. And we should be able just to place this on the network anywhere. I think I'm just going to place them right here. Oh, no, this isn't right. This is a crafter. I will need one of these, but not at this moment. Right? Is that right? Maybe that's correct. Seems wrong. I'm still trying to learn all of the different parts. So let's go ahead and try this out. Power that guy up. I think this one might be for machines, if I'm not mistaken. But let me go ahead and craft up a pattern. There we go. Craft that guy up, and it created a pattern. Yay! So we do have the ability to create patterns. Maybe it's multi-purpose. I can't remember. If I take a look at refined storage, we have a crafter. That might be multi-purpose. We have relays and interfaces. Maybe it's an interface, because that's sort of like an ME interface. But I could be wrong. I mean, this works. Cool. So we can just create all of our patterns. This is sort of like the molecular assembler if you're used to applied energistics. And we could just add however many that we need. And we should be able to just add whatever patterns that we need. And that is pretty cool. So let's go ahead and throw that pattern in there. Let's create a few. Let's see how many we can create. Looks like we can create all of those. Nice. Because right now we have enough glass and the quartz enriched iron. Probably should create a pattern for this. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. real quick, if I can talk here. And if you hold the shift key, it'll actually show what it's going to craft, and it also gives you the information in the tooltip of what items are needed for that recipe. So let's see, what else would we need? It would be nice to be able to start automating the solderer. So this is just the normal crafting table recipe, but it might be nice to create a recipe for the crafter itself. So let's go ahead and do the crafter. And I don't have these things in my inventory, and that's one nice thing about Refined Storage, is that you should be able to shift click recipes in here regardless of whether or not you have the items. That way you can still create the pattern without having to worry too much about it. And I do know that I'm at least going to need this machine casing as a pattern as well. So let's go ahead and throw that guy in there. And if we were to try to create a crafter, it'll show that we're missing things. And these are going to be needed in order to create another crafter. Alright, so let's go ahead and create those manually. I'm going to do that off camera and I'll be right back. Alright, so here we are. We have our crafter. And one really nice thing, if I were to take a look at that quartz enriched iron, and if I were to try to make one of those machine casing, even though I don't have the ingredients, you can see that it will able to create 8 of the enriched quartz enriched iron automatically. So we don't have to go through all of those steps in order to craft up one of these machine casings. You might have noticed in here I have my speed upgrades. I went ahead and created those in between episodes because this was really long process trying to craft up all of that. And on my import bus I have a stack upgrade, and basically this is just 4 speed upgrades with a little bit of sugar, and this is a stack upgrade. What that does is allows it to take out essentially an entire stack in a single pass, which is quite a bit faster than just 4 individual speed upgrades, because if you did the 4 speed upgrades, it'll still pull items out one by one. You probably don't want that whenever you're trying to suck things into your inventory like this. But we have our crafter now, and we should be able to pop this on the network. And what I'm going to do is probably move this guy, because I want him to be some of my automated stuff. And I might move him. I am not entirely sure. I haven't thought this far yet. Maybe right here for now. Throw the crafter in behind it. Oh, I'm still farting apparently. Let me hit P and disable that. There we go. Cool. And because of the fact that this is touching something that is on the Refined Storage network, this one is also on the network, so you don't really have to worry about putting cable on every single item, which is pretty nice. Alright, so now we really want to be able to do some simple things, such as converting a single bit of silicon into its counterpart, printed silicon. So what we want to do is do that and do printed silicon. I thought it was like that, but apparently not. How do you do that? This is a pattern. Is there a different grid for this? I don't think so. Grid, crafting grid, pattern grid, fluid grid. Processing. Ah, that's what it is. I'm going to need a processing pattern encoder, which is a little bit different, but we should be able to at least... Yeah, I probably don't need that. Since I have a pattern on this, I think I just shift right click and it'll clear that pattern. I don't need the pattern, I just need this stuff. So let's go to our crafting terminal and see if we have anything. We do, for the most part. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves some quartz, 2 of those guys. There we go. And what was the other thing? Pattern. encoder. So we need 2 patterns, machine casing, and a furnace. Let's go ahead and craft ourselves up a furnace. We don't have any cobblestone in our network. We will have to remedy that in the near future, but for now, let's go ahead and do that manually. There we go. What am I missing? The 2 patterns and a machine casing. Well, we already have a recipe for the machine casing, so let's go ahead and craft up one of those guys. And the 2 patterns, let's just snag those from here. There we go. And we have this. Cool. And I don't think this one actually needs to be on the network, but it does need patterns. So let's go ahead and grab 10 more patterns. There we go. Throw these guys in here, and we should be able to do printed silicon. Shift click that. Is that going to work? Why you no work? Alright, so one of those guys, nope, not 39. One of those guys is equal to, well, do I have any of those printed? Yes, I do. Let's go ahead and grab one of those. Oh, it's in there. Did I just not see that before? Alright, well, cool. Let's see if this will actually work. Let's go ahead and throw that guy in here into that crafter. Let's see what that does. I don't know if that's the right machine though. So let's take a look at the printed silicon, see if we can craft one of those guys up. Let's go downstairs and see. It did craft it. Nice. So now we just need a way to get this back out and into the network. What is the easiest way to do that? I could just use some importers. Do I really want importers on all of these? I just want the output. Let me think about this for a second, because I don't really want to use an importer. Let me figure out something nice for this, and I'll be right back. I think what I'm going to do is something a little different. I don't really want to use import buses because of the fact that it's going to draw energy off of my controller here. Right now we're at 44 RS per tick. Really not too bad, but I think what I'm going to do, I might do all of my processing along this wall. So let's go ahead and run some cable over here. I'll probably put this under the floor at some point, but let me just go ahead and put it here for now. And let me go ahead and grab this stuff up, just like so. And I am going to plop this guy right here. Yeah, I'm going to clean this up in between episodes because this is kind of ugly, but at least we'll be able to see the cables for the time being. So let's go ahead and throw that pattern back in there. It did craft up one of these printed silicon, which is exactly what I wanted, but like I said, I kind of want this to be imported back into the network. So what I might end up doing, let me go ahead and grab a chest. Iron chest is probably sufficient here, and I am going to pop this guy right here because of the fact that this entire line is going to have machines on it for all of our processing purposes. I think I'm going to leave the stuff up there for ad hoc type processing, because all of this stuff down here is going to be done without me having to do anything with it. So that speed upgrade, what was that for? Was that for here? Yeah. Alright, so basically I want to be able to pull from this solderer into this chest, and from that chest I want to have an import bus, because we do need to get that back into the system. So let's go ahead and craft up an importer, and then we can just throw that guy on the back. I think I have to take up the cable. There we go. Cool. So anything that we put in here, it'll get sucked into the network. Obviously, I'll probably want to create maybe that stack upgrade, because here you can see that it's really slow. This is probably an ample opportunity for me to compare. So on that, you saw it for a second. It goes really quickly, but it's still a single item at a time, and I don't think that's going to be worthwhile. So I do want to have a stack upgrade on that. So let's figure out how to get that from one place to another, and I think I'm going to use extra utilities for this, and I can do a transfer node from extra utilities 2. So let's go ahead and craft up some of these transfer pipes. Really, do I not have any stone? Any andesite? Andesite? I don't. Okay. Let me see. I have some diorite. Can I make slabs out of diorite? I don't know if I can use those. Transfer node. I think it has to be normal stone slabs. Looks like polished stone. Okay. Apparently I was wrong, so let's go ahead and grab some normal stone. I guess I had some previously, so let's go ahead and craft up that, and should be able to craft up these cables. There we go. We got a stack. Pretty simple. And now we have 4 transfer nodes, and we can use these to essentially import into that chest. And that is going to be done like so. I'm just going to place that guy on the bottom. And this is probably temporary. I might change this later once I get a little bit more power generation going. I do need some of those cables or pipes. Just a couple of them should be sufficient, because right here it'll be able to transfer from here to there. Nice. Grab that stone. Let's go ahead and try this out. And this was just the ooh, lots of frame drops there. This was the printed silicon, right? So let's go ahead and craft up 10 of those guys. We should be able to see that in there. You can see that. And I was able to push those in here. And now it is going into this chest. And you can see that it's slowly pulling out of the chest and into our network. So if we were to come in here, we should be able to see the printed silicon that we just asked for. That is nice. Let me go ahead and throw some of these things back in here, and let's go ahead and take a look at the other recipes that we're going to need. And that is going to be with these other printed things. So a basic printed processor is a little bit of iron ingot. So I should be able just to do these in here, am I right? I thought I could shift click these in here. Okay, apparently it just doesn't update. Alright, so that is that one. Clear out the UI. For some reason it's not rendering it. And shift click that one in. So now we have these 3 patterns, which is very good. Let's go ahead and throw those into the crafter behind the soldering station. Just like so. Cool. Let's go ahead and throw some blocks down, cover this hole. Nice. All right. So we should be able to create those now. And this is going to be pretty cool. So let's go ahead and take a look in our grid, and we can see that since we don't have any, but they're craftable, I have the ability to go ahead and craft up one of these guys. And that should create it. Nice. There we are. Haha. All right, so now we need the processors for these, and we need the basic processor, which is printed basic processor plus redstone and printed silicon. We already know how to craft these 2, but let's go ahead and do this so that we can craft up that basic processor. There we go. And let's go ahead and do the improved one. I don't know why I have to leave the UI in order to see. But there we go. So those are the 3 that we are going to need. Throw those into this crafter because these are all for the soldering station. Nice. All right. So now, this is pretty cool because now we can actually get into some of these other things. So if I wanted to do like another 4K, for example, we can see that we need basic processors for this guy. And with these 1K cells, we can go ahead and create 3 of those. And create that, and you can see that we don't have the basic processors. So now I should be able to come over here and click on basic processor. I need 2 of those guys, and it'll craft everything, including the printed basic processor, everything that we need. You can see that it just crafted those, and now it's doing the basic processors. Dun, dun, dun. There's that one, and there's that one. Nice. Alright, so we should be able to do that on a lot of those, and that is pretty cool. So I should be able to also be able to see what the current status is. Because of the fact that those machines are down there, I don't really want to babysit that, because I don't know where things are in their crafting process. So let's go ahead and look and refine storage. There's actually another grid that we can do. Crafting monitor. No, is that right? We have a crafting grid and crafting monitor. Yes, this is the one that we want. So let's go ahead and shift click that guy in there. Looks like we need enriched iron and a machine casing. Oh, and I guess that's the other nice thing. Whenever you use the @ symbol, just like you do with JEI down here, it'll show everything in your inventory that is the same mod, which is very cool. So there's that. Let's go ahead and craft up 4 of those. I know that I clicked 5, but that's fine because we will be using it. That is a crafting monitor. Is that correct? Let's go ahead and break the ground right here. Oops. I'll get that later. And we can see crafting monitor. So if we were to request let's say another one of these processors. Sure, that one, why not? We can click in here and we can see where it's currently at in the crafting process, and we'll be able to cancel it if for some reason it got stuck on something. We should be able to at least cancel it, and once it's all clear, we know that it was actually created. So if I take a look at processor, we can see the advanced processor right there. That is pretty cool. So what I'm going to do real quick is clean up my inventory. Obviously there's other things that we're wanting to auto craft here. Let me go ahead and set that up, and I'll be right back. Alright, I am back, and I want to go ahead and create, I created another double crusher and a powered furnace. And I was trying to figure out a good way to put these, and I think I might do it like this for now. Let me go ahead and put the furnace here. Let me grab this pipe real quick, cable. I ran all of this stuff down here, and I think this is gonna work. Let me go ahead and try this out. While I'm doing some things, let's go ahead and grab a couple of crafters. We need at least 2 more construction core. So we don't have all of the recipes that we need. So let's go ahead and create a construction core. Is this not synchronized? No, it's not. JEI synchronized. Let's look up core, and that this guy right here, encode that pattern, and this guy right here for the destruction core. Let's go ahead and pop those guys in right here. There we go. Let's see if we can create a crafter now. Crafter, 2 of those guys, please. Looks like we have everything. Cool. And we will put that behind here with some cable. And it doesn't look like I brought any cable with me, so let's go ahead and grab the pieces that we have. 1, 2, 3. Oh, don't have enough cable. So let's go ahead and see if we can just craft that up manually for now. I'll have to create the pattern for this later. But this will at least get us going. So that'll create for those two, whatever those are, crafters. Jeez, mine went blank. Crafter. There we go. Cool. Just pop these guys back here, and now we should be able to, let me rotate that right here and here. We should be able to craft up things that use the crusher. Looks like that is getting a little bit of RF. I do want to have these transfer nodes, 2 of them, and don't have the pipe on me, so let's grab the pipe as well. I'm hoping that the multi-part on this will allow it. Let's see if I can. Okay, cool. So that does allow me to put that in between. That is nice. Let me go ahead and grab those things out. And I want to run these. I'm going to have to figure out the cable situation over here. Maybe if I run these back along here. Yeah, really bad wiring, but this will at least get us going. There we go. And you. Really bad wiring. That's fine. Like I said, I am going to clean this up in between episodes. This is just to get us going for now. And we do have power in both of these guys. And we should be able to start crafting up things, such as silicon. So let's go ahead and run up here to this guy. Clear this recipe out and do silicon. We want to be able to smelt nether quartz. Is that the only way to get silicon? Might be furnace. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this one, and we should be able to at least come down here to the furnace, throw that guy in, and that should work. So let's go ahead and grab all of the silicon that we have, take that out, and now we can craft up 10 of these. And we see that it is working over here. I can auto split items on this guy, make them go across. That should work. And they should be delivering them into this chest via the extra utilities transfer nodes, which is very nice. Seems to be happening rather quickly. Quick enough for now. Let's go ahead and throw those back in. So we do know that works, and we should be able to at least craft up recipes for the crusher and the powered furnace now. And this is going to set us pretty close to being able to craft whatever we need. Obviously, we're still using these beginning of game mechanics here with the powered furnace and all. We're going to be upgrading that stuff later once we have a little bit better on our power situation. I think what I want to do right now before I end it off for today, I am tired of going through that hole, so I might actually want to create an elevator, and this is with the elevator mod. I have the ability to use any of these blocks. Brown might be nice. I don't know if I have any brown wool though. Do I have any wool? Don't have any wool there. I know that I have string and my ender pearls up here, so let's go ahead and grab a couple of ender pearls, some string. This might actually just be white for now, and that's fine. At least it'll be noticeable. There we go. Let's go ahead and pop these guys right here. Just like that, and right here, and I believe they have to be right above each other, and I should be able to just jump or hold shift and it'll go up and down. Nice. So now I can get rid of this little block right here. Don't need this hole in the floor anymore, which is very nice. I've been needing this for a while, so I should be able just to come up and down stairs really easily. Might actually craft one up there too. So let's go ahead and grab this. This is going outside. That might be dangerous. Do I want to do that? Maybe. I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. Let's go ahead and grab an ender pearl anyways. Oh no, blood moon. No. Let's craft this stuff up real quick so that we can go into our mines before the other blood moon comes and get rid of that. Nice. So now we have the quick and easy way to get up and down, but I do need to go ahead and wrap it up for today. We did some pretty good progress while I'm making it my way downtown just to get away from the surface. We have been able to automate the things, which is very cool. And whenever we come back in the next episode, I do think that we need to work on some of our power situation. I think I'm going to create a few more patterns in between episodes and go ahead and get the patterns for things like the solar panels. So if I take a look at the solar Flux Reborn, I'm going to go ahead and keep upgrading these for now because I think it is a good and cheap way to get power right now. And we will go ahead and create some of that stuff in the next episode. So I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you could, rate and comment down below. It would be greatly appreciated. And also, if you like the series, please hit that subscribe button. But for now, this is goodbye.